Imagine sitting in Parliament when suddenly, with controlled but thunderous clarity, someone leans forward and declares, "Ramaphosa must go to jail." That moment carved itself into South African political memory. Coming from none other than Minister Gayton McKenzie, it became a flashpoint of fiery controversy. Over the next 20 minutes, let's walk together through what led to that eruption, what it means for South Africa today, and where it might be leading us tomorrow. Gayton McKenzie's trajectory is a study in reinvention and provocation. Born in 1974 in Heidedel, he served years behind bars for armed robbery. But prison didn't end his story. He exposed corruption within the system by covertly filming prison officials, which helped trigger an inquiry and won him early release. Afterward, he re-emerged as a motivational speaker, author, and entrepreneur, then co-founded the Patriotic Alliance, PA, in 2013. A populist party built on conservative and colored community interests, it made steady gains and by mid-2024 joined the government of national unity. McKenzie was appointed Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture. However, McKenzie has rarely been far from controversy. His outspoken xenophobic remarks, suggesting foreigners working in his department must be ousted in 3 weeks, drew sharp criticism for scapegoating vulnerable groups. Meanwhile, his resurfaced tweets and a live video saw him use the deeply offensive K-word, prompting complaints to Parliament, SAHRC, and cries for his dismissal from Action SA, ATM, and the EFF. While he denied being racist, saying his words were responses to racism directed at him and his community, the backlash remained intense. So, when that explosive statement, "Ramaphosa must go to jail," rang out in August 2025, it was more than just an outburst. It occurred against a backdrop of heightened tensions. Ramaphosa had launched a judicial commission into police corruption, a step toward accountability that McKenzie publicly supported, even offering to testify. Yet his blunt call sounded like a leap past measured critique into personal indictment. Was it calculated grandstanding? Pressure on the inquiry? A showing of frustration? The truth may lie in a mix of all three. Reactions were swift and divided. Critics said his words undermined unity and governance. Some pointed to his own racist remarks as hypocrisy, demanding accountability from Ramaphosa, while he himself had used apartheid-era slurs. But among his supporters, those traits seemed to feed his appeal. His blunt, fearless posture is seen as a mirror of deep citizen anger and disillusionment. This moment raises difficult questions for Ramaphosa. Should he discipline or distance himself from a provocative but politically useful ally? Or does action risk fracturing the coalition? The integrity of the inquiry, the stability of the GNU, and public trust all hang in the balance. Let's consider the possible turns ahead. One path. McKenzie softens his stance and aligns with efforts to strengthen accountability, reframing himself as a force for reform rather than disruption. Another. Tensions escalate. Public protests swell. Fracturing deepens within the coalition, and the inquiry falters, damaging both institutions and unity. Or, in a more hopeful scenario, South Africa embraces the moment, using it to spark transparent, inclusive reform. Race, redemption, corruption, unity, all could become fruitful battlegrounds for renewal. This episode encapsulates the struggle at the heart of South African politics, between unity and accountability, redemption and responsibility, rhetoric and reform. Only time will tell whether bold words like McKenzie's will shatter foundations or forge a turning point. Thank you for staying with me as we unpacked this complex moment. If you found this exploration helpful, please subscribe for more balanced and timely insights into South African politics and share your thoughts below. Was McKenzie's statement reckless provocation or a needed jolt? How should Ramaphosa respond? Could this spark renewal or fracture everything? Your voice matters, so please join the conversation. Let me know if you'd like to dive deeper into legal implications, coalition politics, or McKenzie's own personal transformation. Happy to refine further.